day 3 of our detox, and today we are going for our first colonic of the week. There's a whole theory and philosophy behind this process, because if you're going to go in for a colonic irrigation, it makes sense to allow your body to cleanse out for 2 or 3 days before you go in. The reason for that is basically it's like having a central heating system with the pipes. You want to get the pipes as clear as possible from the top flushing through before you then put the water in from the bottom of the central heating system and you flush it back up and then flush it back out again. And that's essentially what we're doing with a colonic irrigation. Remember, this is about passing water up through the colon, and it will take several passes to go up right through the system and then pull down any of the residual matter that sat there in the colon. And that's the beautiful part of the colonic process. But it's much more effective if you're cleared out. If you've got a stomach full of food and you know, recently eaten meat, that flushing process has to take place first, and then it gets to the hard fetal matter, because that's the terminology that's used, the hard fetal matter that's in the colon. Now, it's not a subject that necessarily most people want to talk about, but the reality is you want to get healthy, you want to improve your lifestyle, you want to feel more dynamic and more enthused and more energetic, and you want your vitamins and the food that you're eating to be absorbed more effectively into your body. You've got to clear out. So let's get real and let's start talking about what's important. And I'm going to cover that a little bit more later. However, I just want to make it clear what we've done this morning. We were actually stocking up because we were out for the whole day, and so we're taking with us, this may look like normal mineral water. Let me just get it up here, but in fact it's packed with goodness. This is essentially one of the drinks that I've shown you over the last couple of days. So it's got the maca in there, it's got the spirulina, it's got water, it's got coconut oil, it's got acai berry in there. It's just loaded with lots of good. We've got hemp seeds and hemp powder all blended in, and also, really important here, it's got E3-AFA. Now I'm showing you this is what we're using while we're here. We've brought these out. They're actually organic. They're in capsule forms, just for simplicity, and we open up the capsules and we sprinkle that in. And again, this is probably, arguably, one of the highest concentrations of chlorophyll anywhere in any sort of substance in one form. So E3-AFA, great supplement to have in there. Again, it's an organic plant product packed with goodness. I mean, if I was to read on the back here, there's a whole heap of different things that it's beneficial for. But the most important thing is, again, it's being blended with all these other superfoods. And that goes into a liquid form. Now, we've got something in the order of, this is 1.5 litres. We've got another one of these each filled with fresh juice. So I'm just about to go in and juice the leaves. So we've got things like celery, we've got green leaves, things like kale, we've got lettuce, cucumber, all that's going into a separate bottle, which will be another 1.5 litres. Typically in something like this, when you're doing a detox and when you're cleansing out, you want to be taking in 3 to 4 litres of juice a day. There may be water and supplement to that and other things, but that's really what you're aiming for, because you want it to flush your body through with all this goodness, and as it's going through, it's carrying through any debris, but at the same time it's adding loads of fresh nutrients and minerals and vitamins into your body, which is obviously what we're looking for in this process of cleansing out. So really, you're getting a whole week of just good stuff. Sounds exciting? Well, we're off for a flush, so I'll speak to you a bit later. Okay, just briefly to show you, these are the vegetables that are going into our juice today while we're going out on our colonic. So you can see the leafy greens there. Then we've got the cucumber and the celery there, and then there's some salad there as well. In fact, when I say salad, I'm referring to lettuce. So lots of greens, as you can see, and bringing the spinach over as well. My lovely fiancée just brought the spinach over to show you. So you've got spinach going in there. There are many people, in fact there's people I know that probably don't even eat this many greens in a week or 2 weeks, and this is being packed into one juice for one day, and it's coming out with us, and we're using it out in a refrigerator box. So we're going out, keeping it cool for the day. Obviously we want to take that with us and keep it as fresh as possible. Okay, so that's just a quick look at what's going into the juices for the day, and I'm going to be using again the Magimix Duo to do that, just as a centrifugal, but we'll talk more about the other types of juices on a separate video. Just reminding you of the process of the juicing. Here we've got cucumber, we've already put some in already. Look how much juice comes out of a cucumber. So you'll often get most of your juice, the water content out of your cucumber. We've got celery sticks going in there. That's celery coming in now. We've already put some ginger in, which is great for your stomach. Just want to show you that juicing can be fun and cleansing can be fun, so don't get too hung up about making this really anal. We're here at Tivoli in Copenhagen. See, it's a beautiful place. My daughter's here having some dehydrated food. All her greens are in there. Tomatoes. Say hi, Savannah. Hi. And we've got our juice with us. So we're just taking it with us to enjoy the process, have lots of fun, and it's all stored down here in a little cooler box. So you can see in there, we've got about 3 litres each, 6 litres of juice for the day, and we're having lots of fun while we're out. So there's no need to complicate this. Anyone can do this. If you really want to enjoy your health and have fun doing it, anyone can do it. Now, I thought I'd give you a quick note while I'm here in Copenhagen with my half a bottle left now. You can see the round tower behind me here in Copenhagen. And I meant to mention that the juice that I made for us this morning basically gave approximately half a bottle there, maybe 2/3, but roughly half a bottle, and that's 1.5 litres of juice. And that was 1 whole large cucumber, 3 or 4 sticks of celery, half a medium-sized lettuce, and half a sort of a cabbage. It was basically some green leaves, half of that as well. That was all mixed together. Obviously you saw me juicing that, plus half a bag of spinach, typical bag that you get in the supermarket. That produced that, believe it or not. Most of the liquid comes out of the cucumber and the celery, just to be aware of that. So the cucumber, the celery. Then what I did was I ran the whole lot through again, and we filled the rest up with water, and that's all you're looking to do. So if you're trying to get a measure of how much juice you can get out, you're obviously going to have to try this yourself, but to give you a very good idea, that gave us roughly half a bottle, and that's 1.5 litre bottle. The rest we've topped up with water. That will keep me going for about another 1.5 to 2 hours, and then what's going to happen is I'm going to move over to the other 1.5 litres we've got, which is the Superfoods blend I've been talking about for the last few days.